Holy team, you guys have missed a hell of a lot, and so have I. Unfortunately, I've been away for a whole week working up north, building a cabin, and a lot has changed. Seriously, look, we have tidied up all the areas through here, a retaining wall in, and we're going to backfill through here. We're going to be replacing the deck, or the decking on the deck, which is being done right now. Concrete grinder has been in. He has done some decorative cuts through here, 10 mil now, to tidy all those up. So we've got to go through and put the glass balustrading back in now, seeing as though that's done. He's been inside, he's grinded and polished in here. We have our shelving brackets up, which I'm going to have a look at right now and see if these are actually going to work, because I don't think they are, just by the way this is looking, to be honest with you. So I got the boys to do it. I was all doing it by correspondence, drew it all up and stuff like that. But anyway, we will have a look right now. But the boys have done well. So the first thing we're going to do is put some bloody floor protection down. Sweet, so the boys installed these floating shelf brackets in last week. They checked them into the studs, but I think they didn't quite understand what I was wanting them to do, unfortunately. So a couple of shelves like this, which are going to replicate the floating shelves that I'm going to stick on there. Actually put them in place. The feeling it's probably going to be about there. It's not that strong, to be honest with you. Unsure why the brackets are actually facing that way too, because that's not the normal way you would have them, but. So I'm pretty happy with the positioning of these shelves. I just want to double check with the client. But I've gone 200 mil off each end of the wall, and that gives a 400 mil offset between the walls. So it's like 200, 400, 200. They're sort of all slightly even. Which means this bracket is in the wrong spot. That one and that one are in the wrong spot, which is no stress. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these over now. That's sorted, which is cool. So I think the best bet is just to router it in. It's just going to make a hooer of a mess, but that's all right. Might even just try and chisel it, to be honest. Just looking at your awesome concrete skills, mate. Yeah, okay, sounds good. So I've just been down the road to choose a couple of different scrap pieces of macro carpet that we're going to clad these posts in. We're leaning towards this thicker piece. We're going to get some big slabs made up to wrap this in. And I also went and got a frickin' 112 bolts to bolt all these together. Hey, look at that. And the boys are just chipping away, getting all our joists in the right spot. So this was existing deck, and had to remove all the joists and replace them at 400 centers because we're using a 20 mil thick decking now, which you can see over there, a Wheeler. Previously there was a 32 mil. And then because we've changed the thickness of the decking as well, we've had to go through and pack all the joists up. Now, you would think it'd be a simple task of packing the joists up all the same, around the same amount. But unfortunately, it's not that easy because the deck has been built not level at all. About 32 mil out from one corner to the next. So we're having to run string lines on each bearer and use a dodgy block system to get all those set up in the right spot. So it's a little bit painstaking, but once we've got it perfect, then the rest is pretty easy. I was thinking about packing the bearers up in these two situations, but we've got all the cabling and everything attached to it for the pump and pipes and all that sort of carry on. And this one here is bolted through the post, and that one over there has a whole bunch of palings attached to it. So it's just going to be one of those monotonous processes of just packing each joist up. I really should have got thicker joists, but we're actually reusing the old ones. So you can see we're checking out over there, and then we're packing up over here. That's how far out it is. I'm going to move myself over here and start cutting in our timber slats that fit on our brackets here. You can see we've got one in place. The boys last week did all our monotonous checkouts in there. So we've got the concrete grinder in. He's just touching up around the doors because the height between the concrete and the aluminium is a little bit out, so he's just fudging it a bit so we can have a full level entry. But yeah, let's get into it. First thing I did was I actually need to figure out the length that I want to cut these timber slats at. Now, I've got to take into consideration that I'm sitting over the top of the bottom bracket and sliding into the top one, so it's on a slight angle. Can't be tight. I also need to figure out how far off the concrete I want the slat to sit. But I don't want it sitting hard down on the ground because water's just going to soak up to into the end of it. But I don't want it sitting too far up that it looks flat, you know? I'm quite like that gap there. That's looking pretty good. Down the bottom, 5 mil. I think I'm going to go 8 mil. 5 mil looks pretty good, to be honest with you. But just to give myself a bit of play, I'm going to go 8. The reason being is 5 mil is the minimum or the maximum distance you can get capillary action. That's why we always have a 5 mil gap, or a minimum of 5 mil gap between our head flashing and our weatherboard. But that's looking pretty good. So I think I'm just going to minus 10 mil off the overall measurement. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I do like fifth sawn, smooth, hard decision. Then they got our louvers coming in now. Still got to bolt them all up, but at least they can get a gist of what they look like. Woo! Look at this cute little mug. Coconut coffee, freaking delicious. Thank you, clients. I forgot the camera gear yesterday, so we raced ahead without you, but that is okay. Not a lot has happened, and I'll bring you up to speed right now. There is actually some cool stuff. Boys are just finally finished deck framing. Fabian's just put our border board on, and then our spacer board, you could call it, so we can infill between those two boards and wedge it and keep all the decking nice and straight. Now, we did come up with a little hiccup yesterday, what Dave is solving right now. We needed a 200 by 50 or two 200 by 50 joists on this side of the deck, just due to the fact that we've got a new balustrade that needs to go in through there, and it's a top mounted balustrade, so not a side mounted. And that was the detail show. So we've got to put nogs at 400 centers through here, and he's just sorting that out now. Now I continue to go through and install these slats, which is cool, which I'll show you exactly how I'm doing that now, because I've actually been bolting them in, getting them all set up, so they don't need to come out again. Yesterday, took me a while to get this sort of set up and getting all these in the perfect spot, like literally like 3 hours. What I was finding is I was struggling to get our timber slats to be vertically plumb, and then our holes at the top and the bottom to line up really nicely, because what I was doing is I was measuring to the center from this edge over here, and then also measuring from the top of the bracket down to get this hole. I haven't done this top hole because I thought it was a little bit too close to the top of the post, but I think it should be fine. Jeepers. So I came up with a different solution, and that's actually setting my laser up smack bang in the center of all these brackets. So just trying to get that all perfectly lined up. So it's actually a task in itself. Something like that. They're looking pretty good. So I'm lining all the center of the holes up. That way I know that's the center of my piece of timber. I can actually get my measurement off this laser line for all my holes, which is a far better and accurate way of doing it. So working off center to get all these points, keep everything nice and plumb. And then I'm also working off the bottom and measuring up to get to the center of each one of my holes right here. Seems to be working better working off one side of the timber, because I'm working from the bottom to get these 2 holes. So if I work from the bottom to get this top hole as well, it seems to be working a lot better. But what I'm finding is it's actually about 99 mil. Most of the time it's 99 mils from the top down to the center of the hole, vertically, and then horizontally. These are all slightly different. Just the way the brackets were installed, maybe along the beam, and they're like slightly out of plumb. They're all like a mil or 2 out. So I'm just trying to make sure things are super accurate in this situation. So I've actually got a few measurements all ready to rock and roll, to be honest with you. So these are my measurements. My overall length, and then the offset from center for the bolt. And then I've gone through and measured from the bottom up, and they're all about 99 mils from the top down, within like a half a mil or so. So that's the way I'm doing that, you guys can see. And then I just relay all this measurements onto our timber slats, and it seems to be working out pretty good. So it took me a while to get going yesterday, but now we're ready to go. Should put this nice little cup down somewhere. But I mean, look at this. What a freaking view, man. Honestly, when you go stand in that corner back over there and look back to what we've done, it's just, man, pretty proud. Pretty freaking proud, to be honest. A lot of work's gone into this. Looking forward to the next project that we don't have lined up. So now this becomes quite a rigorous process, doing all these little bits and pieces to get it perfect. But now that we've got the system in place, once we start repeating it, it actually speeds up a bit. It's just a matter of trying to figure out what the best system is to get these installed. And there might be a better way, but this is the best way I've found. 2262 actually, that was lucky. And then I'm gonna go 99 mils, so 2161. And then this one is 2264. And then 2265. Yeah, that's wrong, 2261, so I want to be 2263 on this. Lucky. That way I know that's sort of the area, the line that my bolt wants to be. Do a super light line across this so you can hardly see it, and then the one I need to cut. Cool, so the next step is to do my top bracket checkout. I just made this little jig up, sort of marks it exactly every single time. Nice and tight. Just slip it over, just speeds the process up. And then just a 6mm auger bit down the gully, right at the end, nice and plumb. Well, I found if you get this part right, it makes the whole checkout a lot easier. Twist bit to clean it up, come down. Beautiful. Here comes the fun part. So now I've got my offset. I know that my pieces of timber are 4. I'm going to start marking out my holes. My offset on this is 18, 19. So 70 mil is my thing. So I need to go 78, 88, sorry. 88. And this one wants to be 89. And then down this end, just got a little jig that I use because they're all pretty much the same down the bottom, which is this. I just got this 25 mil spade bit, which is just a bit bigger than the washer that we're using. Don't want to go too deep, otherwise there's not going to be enough enough timber between the edge of the nut like this and the internal bracket. So they're going to be perfect. Because I've gone through with the drill bit, I'm just like to try and clear any of the cobwebs out that may penetrate into my checkout. Wait. Grab my little bit of sandpaper and smoko, is it? Now that I've got them in place, I can use the socket to tighten up. Now, did a bit of a silly thing, I wouldn't say silly, but I started making all these and I started using a 25 mil spade bit, which was pretty much the same size as the washer that we needed by a mil. Then I realized I got to tighten all these bloody things up, so I had to modify this little head here, my socket head, to fit in fit inside the hole that we've made. So a little bit of a funny situation, but it's all right. It works. Babes has absolutely smashed it today. He has cut and installed all these decking boards. Hey?
What do you reckon?
Far out.
Work?
What about the work? So what are you up to? How are you laying the deck anyway?
What we did first was we measured the thickness of our board, which was roughly 140, and we times that by 5, because that's how many boards we're gonna start with. So every 5 we'll start adding a new one and a new one and a new one.
Yeah. So what did we do with the 6th board then?
The 6th board, we times the thickness of our board by 5, and they gave us the distance between our outside picture board. So our first board for our 5 coming along.
So this is our straightener board, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
This board gets installed with a chalk line, right?
Yeah.
And then we infill between those two, eh?
Yeah.
And then how are you going about screwing it off?
So I'm coming across. So after we install these boards, I'm using these screw line and a level to come across the 5 infill boards.
Yeah.
So
what are you using to mark it?
We're using our trusty compass over here.
Nice.
Set at 25 mil.
Yeah, and then you wedge the boards in between those two, eh?
Yeah, to give it an even spacing between each board.
Yeah, how are we keeping our screws perfectly in line all the way across?
Yeah, with our straightener boards, we use them all, we lay them across our outside board, and we line them up with these screws.
Yeah.
So once we install them, we follow with the level, and it'll just be all straight through.
That's right. So we've screwed down as a straight board. We've actually used it and we've pulled it over to our picture frame board here and marked the screws. So when we go through with the level, we can go from screw to screw and we know it's going to be perfectly straight. It's not going to be wonky. We're not following the joint. Just because if we've got a few mil here or there with the joist going in and out, that means your screw line's going to be in and out like that. So, is that straight? Alright.
That's straight as.
Because I know it. Anyway, that's us for the day. Look at my little screen. That's us for the day. Look at our little screen. It looks mean. Still got a final bits and pieces to do with it, but yeah, I'll catch you in the morning. Morning, boys. I'm way over here. Time to get this pretty awesome fireplace in position. Just finishing off these last few slats that I cut the grooves for, but didn't drill out the holes because I was a slack guy. So just doing that while everything's getting ready. Looking pretty good. Yeah. Have you got that? Yeah. I was going to connect my two ones together. You got like 300 mil. Can you like go back and straighten the arm out so we get a bit more leverage out of it, or nah? Just so it doesn't get stuck under the... Gotcha.
Stretch this side around so we can pull it in.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
I put a centre mark on the stop pulling, Paul. Like, so what we've got to do here is we've got to get either rubber mats or something to go on there, and then we'll have to carefully bring the mat out because we're gonna... As long as like if we can get it in, I'll get a centre mark on this so we can line it up with bang on the centre of this.
Yeah.
Is that centre?
Okay, do you want to put a mark on there?
Yeah, there's Dave. And who bloody project managed this job? It should have been in here before everything got built.
We're outside now.
Oh my god. A couple of bits of 4B or something underneath there. Yeah, give you a guide. So, I can't believe that wasn't going. Sucker. I don't think it was going. Oh, the best part of the job. What a numpty. Well, I'll try the strop around and see if I can just crank it.
Yeah, I think I'll probably need to lift that edge and put the chain back on.
You don't reckon?
Try.
We need a little bit of pressure off it, eh? I'm gonna strap it around like this.
Oh, pull it.
Just make sure the twister's out. Maybe put this on one of the corners.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
All good?
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You guys pushing?
Yeah.
Tell me when, is that good?
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going?
We got 50.
That's as much as I can get so far.
Wow, nearly there, right?
Really?
Yeah, 20 mil.
20?
Yeah.
Ready? A little bit more or what?
Yeah. Pull it, get in there.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. Yeah, wait, yes, that's not the...
One more.
One more?
Oh, that's it.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
How are we gonna get this f***ing timber out now? Nah, you can't hang it off that.
Nah, too heavy, bro.
Even though I want to. That'd be cool, eh? That You guys got the pressure on it? It's gonna drop. Just don't watch your fingers and toes, okay?
Watch out, that is going to drop. Yeah, just keep it in inside where it's supposed to go. Oh, sorry.
Just go perfect on that corner there.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
It's gonna... We should be able to do some small minor adjustments, eh?
Yeah.
Far out, that truss is built to frickin' hold up the Taj Mahal, bro.
Hey, who put that out there? Who would have thought?
You got that. Out. So I try and give it one more crank. Sort of did it.
Must be we're lifting it on. So
Did it keep moving that way?
Yeah.
Where's the line now?
yeah, let's come back this way now.
Actually? What's gonna happen is probably gonna swing around a little bit, but can you jump on that other side and just push this way?
This.
Huh?
Take this off.
No, that's all right.
No, leave it there.
Say, all right, you guys, we need a... Okay, it's gonna drop. Okay, you ready?
Wait, you know, in.
Tell me when, ready? You ready?
Bro, it bounds and moved the whole thing in.
We can make those minor adjustments, eh?
Yeah. What's the mark on the front?
So yeah, we gotta go like, probably another 10 or 15 that way. And you just try and... Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, if I can get him to hook his bucket here.
Just slowly pull it back.
Yeah. We just need to get it back 20 or 30 mil. Can we just put your bucket here and the ratchet strap seems to move it. Yeah, you guys work on one side at a time, okay? Hopefully, I wonder if I have to put the strap on the other side. Yeah?
I'm this end, Fabian.
You ready?
Fabian, where are you? Yeah, Fabian.
Perfect?
Yeah, that's bang on. This one. You want to have a look? Want to have a look at that too?
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, that's laser. Look at the laser.
Don't worry, bro. We got the beast in. Looking sick. Louvers in. Or the timber slats. Now we're going to try and smack out some of this decking for the final part of the day. That was a gooseneck, that one. The old decorative truss held up pretty well though, eh? Let's smash it.
She's no less than a dime. Sets my soul on fire and helps me unwind. She's
Clean, bro. So this is the area where you can see the difference in the concrete, where we've had the fudge. This came out alright, and it's like you stand back. What are you doing? But it's definitely still noticeable, and it still plays on my head. I've been freaking doing this whole screen for the last week, and I've just been looking at it the whole time, so frustrating as. Dave's put in the last few couple of screws. We haven't screwed the deck fully off, just every third row or something like that. There you go. Time for a beer.